regular council meeting on December 10th, 2024. You guys would please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and the Lord's Prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For it's the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
All right. All right, welcome everybody. I see we have lots of guests today. I'm going to skip over this part for right now and go to this part and see if anyone over on this side has anything that they'd like to say tonight for the council. So the painters are here. You guys have anything tonight?
Nothing tonight.
Mr. Kraus? Kinsey's? Nothing? Mr. Zahn?
Nope.
Mr. Jackson?
No, sir.
All right. Well, good. How about anybody here? Is there anybody on this side of the room that has anything to say? Or I think everyone's here for the same reason, right? That's good. That's exciting. All right. Well, we're going to move down this list pretty quick, and then we're going to get to the good part, which is going to be swearing Larry in. We just have a couple little things to get through before we do that. So we'll start off with our consensus items. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the 22nd regular council meeting held November 26, 2024.
I'll make that motion.
No, second. Oh, you're good.
Discussion? Roll call.
Bolzar.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Motion so approved. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the special meeting held December 5th, 2024.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Coe.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Bolzar.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
All right, I need a motion to approve the financial statement for the month of November.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Jordan.
Yay.
Bolzar.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Motion so approved. Need a motion to approve the bills totaling $254,196.40 for the month of November.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Roll call.
Meadows.
Yay.
Bolzar.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
This time we'll turn it over to the administrator.
Thank you, Mayor. I only have one quick thing, and being that this is my last meeting, I wanted to thank council for the opportunity. Perhaps wasn't as long as we thought, but I think we were able to accomplish a lot of great things. We had a lot of great opportunities. We explored a lot of new, interesting topics, and I just wanted to once again thank council for the opportunity. I enjoyed my time here, and I wish everyone the best. So I'll be cheering on from the distance, but I'll still be cheering on. So thank you.
We'll have more to say about that probably later on in the night. All right. Turn it over to JT, our service director.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll keep it brief. In the street department, leaf pickup's still in progress. They're still on their second round. They'll be doing additional rounds. We received the Grant Street Bridge Project Stage 2 plans. There was an increase in the construction cost estimate due to inflation, or geotechnical engineering and contingency. Next up, we need to award the right-of-way services by the end of January. Trucks are all ready for winter. In the water department, we've got 3 water main breaks, East First, South Grant, and Stafford. Ohio EPA did the ambient ground watering this morning. They sampled, and our triennial lead and copper sampling was approved. by the Ohio EPA. Wastewater, replacing bearings on the press. We've received the RAS pump from the repairs, interviewed 2 additional candidates for the open position, and we've had several contacts with the US EPA regarding an industrial user. Park Department assisted with the water main breaks. They picked up and set up the Christmas tree in Mayor's Park, transported the breaker for repair, emptied the flower pots, and took the flowers to a contractor to be blasted and painted. And they're also dealing with the community building, the rentals, zoning permits, still the same as last time. We do have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting scheduled for the 16th at 5 p.m. over a fence issue. And Columbia Gas is planning a replacement in the Lincoln Way Bonneview area, and the map is attached to my written report. What they're going to be doing is replacing steel lines with medium pressure plastic. And they're also engineering a replacement project for the 400 block of South Market. And that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Any questions for JT?
Have we found a cleaning person?
No.
Not
I
yet.
believe we're going to
Still.
start advertising for that pretty soon.
Okay.
Once we get that, that'll lighten up the park department stuff.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, JT.
Thank you.
Clark, do you have anything tonight?
Nothing tonight, Mayor, thank you.
So this is my part where I usually have nothing, but tonight this is an exciting time because we do get to swear Larry Gardner in as our new police chief. I think pretty soon we'll be talking about our former police chief, who has probably, hopefully not, but I would assume a countdown on how many days left he has with us. But we're very excited to have Larry step into this role, and we're going to get this done right now. That's all right.
Get out of the way. Well, they're just probably gonna take a pictures. Sitting in.
Take your time.
We're gonna switch this up, so I'm gonna take a picture beforehand, so we can get a good picture, so we'll just reenact like you're getting sworn in, but you won't say anything, I'll just say cheese. So if you, wanna go on that side, so then we have city hall. Yeah, sorry about that. So if you just put your right hand on the Bible and raise your left hand, and then if, I don't know if you want to smile and say cheese or.
Wait, other way. Right hand up.
Left the Bible.
Sorry, your other right. All right. Perfect.
Good. All right, here we go. Repeat after me, please. I, Larry Gardner, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the police chief
of the police chief
for the Village of Minerva,
for the Village of Minerva,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance in said office.
And this is sworn to and subscribed in my presence on the 10th day of December 2024. Congratulations. Now this is the part where you have to make a speech.
I don't know if I really have a speech. Wasn't really prepared for this. I had a long couple weeks with our newborn coming in at 34 weeks, being stuck in the hospital for 13 days, and we've been home since last Wednesday, not getting much sleep. So I just want to thank everybody that's come out tonight, and I want to thank my family and friends and coworkers for continuously having my back and supporting me through all this. I'd like to thank the mayor, the administrator, and the council members for having enough trust and faith in me to try to do this. I'm going to do this to the best of my ability, and I'm sure I won't let you guys down.
So no pen. Oh.
It's just nearly impossible when you're wearing the vest to do it.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Congratulations.
All right, I have a feeling that our room's going to get a little more empty here. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you guys for showing up, too. I appreciate it.
You want to see it real quick?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I am never, ever going to turn down.
Baby.
There's a baby. There's a baby. I don't want to touch the baby. We all set.
Sweet.
Everybody's got to see the baby.
It's so sweet.
Oh.
They were never that little. They come out one time.
Crazy.
Okay. Thank you.
Doesn't take very long for him to grow out either.
That's where I draw the line.
That and diapers.
All right. We have a fairly long agenda tonight. We're going to apologize to Clark in advance because some of these ordinances that we're going to be reading are fairly long. One of the things that I didn't get a chance to do earlier, or just basically forgot, was to welcome Bob Harris, our new council member. For those of you that don't know, Matt Kishman resigned and when he won the election for state representative. We put a posting out. This time I believe we had 12 candidates. We interviewed five, and we were really happy with the way Bob answered the questions and his passion for Minerva. So Bob's going to be sitting here with us until at least November, when the seat will be up. So welcome, Bob. This is a big transition, just learning what's going on up here, and there's no better way of doing it than sitting up here and learning. So glad you're here.
Thank you.
So on to our old and new business. We have ordinance number 6324, declaring improvements to certain parcels of real estate property within the village of Minerva, Ohio, to be a public purpose and exempt from real property taxation, requiring the owners of those parcels to make service payments in lieu of taxes, establishing a municipal public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of those service payments, specifying the public infrastructure improvements to be made that directly benefit such real property, authorizing the distribution of the applicable portion of those service payments to the Minerva Local School District and the Stark County Area Vocational School District, and declaring it an emergency. Need a motion for first read of ordinance 6324.
I'll make that motion.
One second.
Discussion.
This is a ordinance that establishes what's considered a tax increment financing, or a TIF. This is one of a few business incentives or incentives that we have within our toolbox that help us leverage increased taxable value, which is driven predominantly through investment and/or just a natural increase in property values. So what this allows the village to do is it allows us to leverage that increased taxable values and utilize those funds to make public improvements. So this is just a strategic way to help finance projects or offset the costs associated with public improvements.
Roll call.
Jordan. Coe.
Yay.
Boldazar.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Ordinance number 63-24, an ordinance declaring improvements to certain parcels of real property within the Village of Minerva, Ohio, to be a public purpose and exempt from real property taxation, requiring the owners of those parcels to make service payments in lieu of taxes, establishing a municipal public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of those service payments, specifying the public infrastructure improvements to be made that directly benefit such real property, authorizing the distribution of the applicable portion of those service payments to the Minerva Local School District and the Stark County Area Vocational School District, and declaring an emergency. Whereas Ohio Revised Code Sections 5709.40, .42, and .43, collectively the TIF statutes, authorize this council by ordinance to declare improvements to parcels of real property located within the corporate boundaries of the Village of Minerva, Ohio, the village, to be a public purpose and exempt from taxation, require the owner of each such parcel to make service payments in lieu of taxes, provide for the distribution of the applicable portion of such service payments to the village, local, or exempted village school district, establish a municipal public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of the remainder of those service payments, and specify public infrastructure improvements made, to be made, or in the process of being made that directly benefit or that once made will directly benefit such parcels. And whereas the parcels of real property identified in Exhibit A attached here to are located in the village, with each of those parcels as now or hereinafter configured, referred to here individually as parcel and collectively as the parcels. And this council has determined to declare the improvement as defined in Section 1 of this ordinance to each of the parcels to be a public purpose. And whereas this council has determined that it is necessary and appropriate and in the best interest of the village to exempt from taxation 100% of the improvement to the parcels as permitted and provided in Section 5709.40B of the Ohio Revised Code for up to 30 years, the TIF exemption. And whereas this council has determined to direct and require the current and future owners of parcels, each such owner individually, an owner, and collectively the owners, to make annual service payments as defined in Section 3 of this ordinance with respect to the parcels in lieu of the real property tax payments, and in the same amount as they would have made real property tax payments except for the exemptions provided by this ordinance. And whereas notice of this proposed ordinance has been delivered to the Boards of Education of the Minerva Local School District, the school district, and the Stark County Area Vocational School District, operating as the R.G. Drake Career Technical Center, the JVSD, in accordance with and within the time periods prescribed in Sections 5709.40 as applicable and 5709.83 of the Ohio Revised Code. And whereas this council has determined that a portion of the service payment shall be paid to the school district and the JVSD, an amount equal to the real property taxes that would have been payable to the school district and the JVSD if the improvements to the parcels located in the school district and the JVSD had not been exempt from taxation pursuant to this ordinance. And whereas this council is determined to provide for the construction of additional public infrastructure improvements described in Exhibit B, attached here to the public infrastructure improvements, which public infrastructure improvements, once made, will directly benefit the parcels. Now therefore be it ordained by the Village Council of the Village of Minerva, State of Ohio, Section 1, authorization of tax exemption, duration of tax exemption. Pursuant to and in accordance with the provisions of Section 5709.40B of the Ohio Revised Code, this council finds and determines that 100% of the increase in assessed value of each respective parcel subsequent to the effective date of this ordinance, which increase in assessed value is hereinafter referred to as the improvement, as defined in section 5709.40A of the Ohio Revised Code, is hereby declared to be a public purpose and shall be exempt from taxation for a period commencing the first tax year that begins after the effective date of this ordinance, such commencement date hereinafter referred to as the commencement date, and any for such parcel on the earlier of A, 30 years after such commencement, or B, the date on which the village can no longer require service payments in lieu of taxes, all in accordance with the requirements of the TIF statutes. Section 2, public infrastructure improvements. This council designates the public infrastructure improvements described in Exhibit B attached hereto and any other public infrastructure improvements hereinafter designated by ordinance as public infrastructure improvements made to be made or in the process of being made by or for the benefit of the village that directly benefit or that once made will directly benefit the parcels. Section 3, service payments and property tax rollback payments. Pursuant to Section 5709.42 of the Ohio Revised Code, this council directs and requires the owner of each parcel to make annual service payments in lieu of taxes with respect to the improvement applicable thereto to the Carroll County Treasurer or Stark County Treasurer as applicable, depending in which county each such parcel is located, the county treasurer, on or before the final dates for payment of real property taxes. Each service payment in lieu of taxes, including any penalties and interest at the then current rate established under sections 323.121 and 5703.47 of the Ohio Revised Code, collectively the service payments, will be charged and collected in the same manner and in the same amount as the real property taxes that would have been charged and payable against the improvement if it were not exempt from taxation pursuant to Section 1 of this ordinance. The service payments and any other payments with respect to each improvement that are received by the county treasurer in accordance with the reduction required by sections 319.302, 321.24, 323.152, and 323.156 of the Ohio Revised Code, as the same may be amended from time to time, or any successor provisions thereto as the same may be amended from time to time, the property tax rollback payments will be allocated and distributed in accordance with Section 5 of this ordinance. Section 4, Tax Increment Equivalent Fund. This council establishes pursuant to and in accordance with provisions of Section 5709.43 of the Ohio Revised Code, the Line Street Municipal Public Improvement Tax Increment Equivalent Fund, the TIF Fund, into which the village shall deposit the service payments and property tax rollback payments collected by the treasurer and distributed to the village with respect to the parcels. The TIF fund will be maintained in the custody of the village. The village may use amounts deposited into the TIF fund only for the purposes authorized in the TIF statutes and this ordinance. The TIF fund will exist so long as such service payments and property tax rollback payments are collected and used for the aforesaid purposes, after which time the TIF fund will be dissolved and any surplus funds remaining therein transferred to the village general fund, all in accordance with Section 5709.43 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 5, Distribution of TIF Revenues. Pursuant to the TIF statutes, the village shall distribute and utilize the service payments held in the TIF fund as follows. 1, to each of the school district and the JVSD respectively, an amount equal to the amount each of the school district and the JVSD would otherwise have received as real property tax payments derived from the improvements to the parcels located within each of such school districts' boundaries if the improvement had not been exempt from taxation pursuant to this ordinance. And 2, to be held by the village in the TIF funds all remaining amounts for payment of cost of the public infrastructure improvements, including debt service on any securities issued to finance these costs. If appropriate, as determined by the mayor of the village and per the request of the school district, the mayor may enter into a school compensation agreement or other agreement of similar effect for purposes of documenting the village's obligation under this Section 5 to make payments to the school district and the JVSD, the amounts each of the school district and JVSD would authorize have received as real property tax payments derived from the improvements to the parcels but for the TIF exemption. Section 6, further authorizations. The council authorizes and directs the mayor, the village administrator, the village law director, or other appropriate officers of the village to make such arrangements as are necessary and proper for collection of the service payments from the owner of each parcel, including the preparation and filing of any necessary exemption applications. This council further authorizes and directs these officers or other appropriate officers of the village to prepare and sign all agreements and instruments and to take any other actions as may be appropriate to implement this ordinance. Section 7, non-discriminatory hiring policy. In accordance with Section 5709.832 of the Ohio Revised Code, this council hereby determines that no employer located upon any parcel shall deny any individual employment based solely on the basis of race, religion, sex, disability, color, national origin, or ancestry. Section 8, notification of passage. The clerk of this council is hereby directed to deliver not later than 15 days after the effective date of this ordinance a copy thereof to the Director of Development of the State of Ohio, and to further deliver to such director not later than March 31 of each year, during which the tax exemption remains in effect, a status report outlining the progress of the project herein described. Section 9, open meetings. It is hereby found and determined that all formal actions of this council concerning and relating to the adoption of this ordinance were passed in an open meeting of this council, and that all deliberations of this council and of any of its committees that resulted in such formal action were in meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including Section 121.22 of the Ohio Revised Code. Section 10, effective date. This ordinance is hereby declared to be an emergency measure necessary for the preservation of the public peace, health, and safety of the village and its inhabitants, for the reason that this ordinance must be immediately effective in order to maximize the value of the increment. Wherefore, this ordinance shall take effect and be in force from and immediately after its adoption. And Exhibit A is a description of the exempted properties, and you'll see the parcel numbers with the addresses of 501 West Line Street, 221 North Market, 104 Penn Street, Grand Street, and Line Street. Exhibit B there too is a description of the public improvements, and I won't read these, but these are basically public improvements that would qualify under their Ohio Revised Code that the village could make to benefit these parcels. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Clerk. Need a motion for first read of ordinance number 6324.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Discussion? Roll call.
Poe,
Yay.
Colasar,
Yay.
Meadows,
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Harris.
Because of the timeline with this, we're going to waive the statutory rules, and have second and third reading and for passage of ordinance number 6324. Need a motion for
By title only.
by title only. Yeah. You don't want to do that one again, do you?
Not twice, no.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Oh, she'll second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Jordan,
Yay.
Harris,
Yay.
Poe,
Yay.
Colasar,
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Ordinance number 63-24, an ordinance declaring improvements to certain parcels of real property within the village of Minerva, Ohio, to be a public purpose and exempt from real property taxation, requiring the owners of those parcels to make service payments in lieu of taxes, establishing a municipal public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of those service payments, specifying the public infrastructure improvements to be made that directly benefit such real property, authorizing the distribution of the applicable portion of those service payments to the Minerva Local School District and the Stark County Area Vocational School District, and declaring it an emergency.
Ordinance 6324, so ordained. Now, lucky for you guys, we have ordinance number 6424, which is declaring improvements to certain parcels of real property within the Village of Minerva, Ohio, to be a public purpose and exempt from real property taxation, requiring the owners of those parcels to make service payments in lieu of taxes, establishing a municipal public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of those service payments, specifying the public infrastructure improvements to be made that directly benefit such real properties, authorizing the distribution of the applicable portion of those service payments to the Minerva Local School District and the Stark County Area Vocational School District, and declaring an emergency. This is a motion for first read.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion.
Similar to ordinance 6324, this is the same exact incentive that we are going to use. It's just within a different area of town. So 6324 was for a Line Street development. This one is for the downtown area. But once again, this is another incentive that we have in our toolbox to leverage revenues to offset costs related to public improvements.
Roll call.
Jordan.
Yay.
Oldesart.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Poe.
Yes.
Harris.
Yay.
And again, Mayor, I'm not going to reread this entire ordinance. It will read the same as the last one. I'll just point out any differences. And so in ordinance number 64-24, as was indicated, this is for the downtown area. So section 4, tax increment equivalent fund, this council establishes pursuant to and in accordance with the provisions of section 5709.43 of the Ohio Revised Code, the Minerva Downtown Municipal Public Improvement Tax Increment Equivalent Fund, the TIF fund, into which the village shall deposit the service payments and property tax rollback payments collected by the treasurer and distributed by the village with respect to the parcels in this TIF. And as Exhibit A to this ordinance, the description of the several parcels of exempt property, which are several parcels on North Market Street, one parcel on East High Street, and parcel on North Main Street, West High Street, and parcels on South Market Street and a West Line Street. And so otherwise, the ordinance reads the same for this TIF.
So I need a motion to approve the first read of ordinance 6424.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Roll call.
Meadows.
Yay.
Oldesart.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Poe.
Yay.
All right, so because, again, of the timeline with this, we're going to waive the second and third reading and have this by title only and for passage of ordinance number 6424. Need a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Roll call.
Oldesart.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Poe.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Ordinance number 64-24, an ordinance declaring improvements to certain parcels of real property within the Village of Minerva, Ohio to be a public purpose and exempt from real property taxation, requiring the owners of those parcels to make service payments in lieu of taxes, establishing a municipal public improvement tax increment equivalent fund for the deposit of those service payments, specifying the public infrastructure improvements to be made that directly benefit such real property, authorizing the distribution of the applicable portion of those service payments to the Minerva Local School District and the Stark County Area Vocational School District, and declaring it an emergency.
Ordinance 6424 so ordained. We're going to skip G on our list. Do you want to discuss that?
Each.
Yeah, so we're just going to move ordinance number 6524 to the bottom of the agenda. We're going to go into executive session prior to taking action on that, so we will address that just at a later time in the evening.
So that takes us to ordinance 6624, an ordinance approving the Village of Minerva Police Department records retention schedule. This will be a motion for first read.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Discussion.
This is an ordinance that establishes the Village of Minerva Police Department record retention schedule. This is required, and the retention schedule that council has been produced is in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code. So this is simply a guiding document to dispose of records. Some records you have to keep forever. Some of them you only have to keep a year. So this simply states what is required, and that is a requirement for the village.
Roll call.
Coe.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Baldezar.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Ordinance number 66-24, an ordinance approving the Village of Minerva Police Department Records Retention Schedule, RC2. Whereas the Records Committee of the Village of Minerva held a meeting to review the records retention schedule of the Village of Minerva Police Department and recommends that the records retention schedule be approved. And whereas Council of the Village of Minerva deems it necessary to approve the Police Department records retention schedule, now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the Village of Minerva, Stark, Carroll, and Columbiana Counties, Ohio, that 1, the Village of Minerva Police Department records retention schedule, RC2, is hereby approved as set forth in attached Exhibit A. 2, Patty Willoughby, Finance Director and Chair of the Records Committee, is hereby authorized to sign the records retention schedule, RC2, on behalf of the Village of Minerva. 3, this ordinance shall become effective at the earliest date allowed by law.
Thank you, Clark. Need a motion to approve first read of ordinance 6624.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Jordan.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Baldezar.
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
All right, ordinance 6624. All right.
Mayor,
yeah.
I think that maybe we wanted to go ahead and waive the second and third readings on a non-emergency basis and read them by title only tonight, so that this would be effective in 30 days, so that the record retention policy for the PD would be approved in a timely manner.
All right. I need a motion to waive second and third readings on a non-emergency, what is it, non-emergency?
Non-emergency basis, by title only.
And by title only for ordinance 6624.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Coe.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Baldezar.
Yay.
I'm sorry, and for passage.
And for
if you could
passage, by
include
title
that,
only and for passage.
Patty. Ordinance number 66-24, ordinance number 66-24, an ordinance approving the Village of Minerva Police Department Records Retention Schedule, RC2. So that'll become effective in 30 days from tonight.
Ordinance 6624, so ordained. Down on our list here, we have a motion to request or not request a hearing on the advisability of issuing the permit to the Ohio Central Petrol, Inc., DBA Sunoco Gas on 100 West Lincoln Way of Minerva. We have decided, well, let's make a motion to table that.
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
Discussion? You want to talk about that at all? I'll talk about that. That is currently transfer in license for our gas station at the end of the road here. And I'd like to get some more information before we allow that to happen. So, roll call.
Coe.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Baldezar.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
All right, so that motion is tabled. Next up, need a motion to delegate cup duties related to the designated outdoor refreshment area, DORA, to the Minerva Area Chamber of Commerce. Need a motion to delegate that to the chamber.
I'll make that motion.
I will second. Discussion.
Currently, the village is technically the lead person or lead entity for the designated outdoor refreshment area, DORA, and that basically consists of making sure all the businesses have cups to participate in the DORA district and events. Due to the Chamber of Commerce being good partners in this program, a lot of the businesses go to the Chamber of Commerce to receive their cups. So in order to just make this more operationally efficient, we felt it was in the best interest to delegate those tasks to the Chamber of Commerce. It would also give them a very marginal profit or revenue source, but it just operationally makes a lot more sense for the chamber to handle this versus the village.
Roll call.
Coe.
Yay.
Boldazar.
Yay.
Meadows.
Abstain?
Jordan.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Motion so approved. Down to K, we have a motion is in order to remove Benjamin W. Gunderson as what is that word?
Signatory.
Signator to the Consumers National Bank checking and money market accounts and certificates of deposit and to the meter investment account. This be a motion to remove Benjamin.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion.
This is just simply a motion to remove me from the bank accounts due to my resignation. So whoever replaces me will then step into that role.
Roll call.
Coe.
Abstain.
Boldazar.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Motion so approved. Next up, is a motion in order to appoint Dave Dutchin to the Board of Zoning Appeals term ending 12/31/2026.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion.
This is a motion to appoint Mr. Dutchin to the Board of Zoning Appeals. We currently have an opening, and we reached out to him due to him being a previous member, and he expressed interest, so this is simply filling that open seat.
I know that the Mayor Tarbett would have been talking about this for a long time because that Board of Zoning Appeals is a big deal for us here at the village. So we're always looking for good people to be part of that. They have certain powers that we need to make sure that we have good people who are willing to put in the time and the work on that. So we appreciate that. Roll call.
Boldazar.
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
Jordan.
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
Next up, motion is in order to donate $5,000 to the paint initiative to MACTA. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I need a motion to donate $5,000 towards the annual painting initiative through the Minerva Area Community Charitable Trust Association, MACTA.
I will make that motion.
I'll second it.
Discussion?
This is a new painting initiative that the village has fortunately been able to be a small partner on. We believe that this is a great initiative to help offset the costs associated with painting houses. This year, or I should say next year in 2025, the focus areas will be US 30 and 183. And then the following year, we'll move to different quadrants throughout the village because we want this to be an ongoing initiative. But this is something that really Habitat for Humanity is facilitating, but the partners are the village, Habitat for Humanity, as well as Hope Church. And once again, this is just to simply offset the cost of painting a house for those that qualify through Habitat for Humanity's program. So it's got to be owner occupied. You can't be behind on your taxes, and there's a list of items. But this is a really important program for us.
Roll call.
Harris.
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Coe,
Yay.
Bulldozer,
Yay.
Meadows.
Yay.
All right. Do you want to do the motion to go into executive session?
Yes, but can we do a motion to accept Benjamin W. Gunderson's letter of resignation effective 12/10 of 2024?
No.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Bear Claw Milford.
I need a motion to accept Benjamin W. Gunderson's resignation effective 12/10/2024.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Coe,
Yay.
Bulldozer,
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Meadows,
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Motion so approved.
Okay, now I need a motion to enter into executive session for the purposes of discussing compensation for a public employee. We'll invite counsel, myself, as well as our finance director, Patty Willoughby, into executive session. We will be discussing ordinance number 6524 after executive session, and we plan to take action on that. So we will have business after executive session, but the purposes of executive session will be to discuss a public employee's compensation.
Need a motion to go into executive session.
Make a motion.
I'll second. Discussion. I think we already did that. Roll call.
Meadows,
Yay.
Bulldozer,
Yay.
Coe,
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
All right, we'll be back.
See you next week, whoever's here.
Thank you.
See you next week if you're here.
See you around 11.
I didn't say what time we went into executive session on record.
I have 8:16 over at the phone.
All right, we went into executive session at 8:16. Need a motion to come out of executive session at 8:49.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Discussion? Roll call.
Harris,
Yay.
Meadows,
Yay.
Olzar,
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
All right. So, last thing then that we're going to act on is ordinance number 6524, an ordinance designating an acting village administrator in the village of Minerva, establishing the rate pay and declaring it an emergency. Need a motion for first read.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Discussion.
This is a ordinance establishing a new acting administrator and the pay due to the vacancy of the village administrator position.
Roll call.
Sorry, Jordan,
Yay.
Olzar,
Yay.
Meadows,
Yay.
Coe,
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Ordinance number 65-24, an ordinance designating an acting village administrator in the village of Minerva, establishing the rate of pay and declaring it an emergency. Whereas pursuant to Charter Section 5.03, in the event of a vacancy in the office of village administrator, council may designate an acting village administrator until the successor village administrator is appointed. Whereas council of the village of Minerva deems it necessary to designate an acting administrator to assume the duties and responsibilities of the village administrator during the vacancy caused by the resignation of Benjamin W. Gunderson, and to establish a pay rate for the acting administrator. Now therefore it be ordained by the council of the village of Minerva, Stark, Carroll, and Columbiana counties, Ohio, that 1, during the vacancy in the position of village administrator and until a successor village administrator is appointed, Patty Willoughby, finance director, is hereby designated as acting village administrator to assume the powers, duties, and functions of the village administrator in the village of Minerva. 2, the rate of compensation for the combined finance director and acting administrator position is hereby established at the pay rate of $29.82 per hour from December 10th, 2024 through December 31st, 2024, and $33.25 per hour from January 1st, 2025 until a village administrator is appointed. 3, this ordinance is declared an emergency measure necessary to the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare of the residents of the village of Minerva, to ensure that an acting administrator is designated at an established pay rate by the effective date of the vacancy in the position of village administrator, and shall become effective at the earliest date allowed by law. Need a motion to approve the first read.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Coe,
Yay.
Meadows,
Yay.
Olzar,
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Harris.
Yay.
Because of the time frame on this, we need to waive the second and third readings, waive our statutory rules, and declare this an emergency. Need a motion for by title only and for passage of 6524.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call.
Meadows,
Yay.
Olzar,
Yay.
Jordan,
Yay.
Harris,
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.
And 6524 so ordained. All right, that's all of our stated business. I know it's a late night, so go around the room real quick. JT, do you have anything else tonight?
Yeah, I just want to thank Benjamin for his time here. I really enjoyed having him here and wish him the best of luck.
Thank you. Patty, you have anything tonight?
I also just want to thank Benjamin, and we're really going to miss him. I don't know, it's the first guy we've ever had that had Citizens Police Academy certificate, and I don't know how you top that, so.
It's gonna be hard.
That's going to be tough. Jen?
Good luck in everything, Benjamin. It was fun having you. I liked having their meetings of talking about stuff, so it was good.
Chris?
Same, Benjamin. You've been a great neighbor, great friend, so good luck to you and Jessica.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bob, do you have anything tonight?
Thanks for voting me in for council. It's very interesting. Hope I'm not talking too much or what have you. I want to tell him he cannot take this. We're going to keep this. Okay, I don't know what we're going to do with it. We're going to burn it, or we're going to do something with it. Now, I really appreciate, you're, I think it's great how how enthusiastic you are, knowledgeable at so many different aspects of trying to improve a community. You've done a lot of good things for this community, and you've kind of like pushed a rock off of a hill, and hopefully it continues to roll. And so I think you've done a really good job. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I wish you all the best. I'll let you keep it.
Nate?
Just a few things. Rotary has their incredible edible auction Friday morning at the senior center. The breakfast starts at 7. The auction starts at 7:30. The Historical Society also has their Christmas concert at the Roxy Friday night. I believe that's at 7. DJ's Rock and Roll Big Band is playing again this year. It was a pretty big success. The Roxy is also hosting all the elementary school kids next week for Christmas movies. So we'll hopefully have our projector up and running tomorrow. So we should be good there. And I just want to say congrats to Ben. Good luck. I know you're going to do good things in Milford. So thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. So.
All right. For the people that did the Downtown Wonderland, the Chamber did a great job this week. I know there's a lot of work, but it was fantastic. I know a lot of people enjoyed it. It was great to see a lot of people downtown. I just wanted to throw this out there because I know this was a big thing last year, but our pool passes are on sale. $50 for a single, family of 4 is $130. Great Christmas gifts, and that was a really good program that we had last year. Wanted to welcome Bob. Again, I don't know anybody that says bad things about you, Bob, and that's a good thing. So hopefully that's when people talk about Bob Harris, they talk about, again, the passion that you have for Minerva and the things that you do, and so we're really happy to have you. And then you, and I'm not gonna get to. I know we're late, but when we hired Benjamin, we were coming off of a long stretch of stability with Dave Harp, who did a great job for our village, and we were in a stable situation. And then we hired Phil, and we wanted to start to kind of push things a little bit forward, and Phil kind of got that ball rolling, and we were looking for the next person to keep that thing going, and we found you. And we all wished that it would have been a longer stay, but we all knew that, I remember talking to Tim about this a lot, and Tim's line always was, we can't hold him back. And he used to say that all the time. And so I know that Tim's looking down right now, and he's both happy and sad right now, and just like I think the rest of us. And so we appreciate the hell out of you, and I just hope that you'll keep in contact. So
Absolutely.
That's all I got tonight. So at this point, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I will second. Discussion? Roll call.
Meadows?
Yay.
Jordan? Boldazar?
Yay.
Harris?
Yay.
Coe.
Yay.